Hi, and welcome to the Douglas On My Mind show. I'm Blondell Thomas, the City of Douglas Public Information Manager, and we'll be right back to talk about some things coming up in December and cover some code enforcement issues that's going on right now. We'll see you in a few minutes. Welcome back to the Douglas On My Mind show. I am here today with Ms. Erin Day. She is the Chamber of Commerce's new Tourism and Events Director. Thank you for being here, Erin.
Thank you for having me.
We are so happy to have a new Tourism and Events Director.
I'm so happy to be on board, on the team. Crazy time to come on for a tourism and events position, but I think it's just going to open up new doors that we wouldn't have thought of under normal circumstances.
Now, some people may stop and think and say, why does Douglas need a tourism director? Could you just kind of explain, what is tourism and why we need a tourism
Yes. Well, Georgia in and of itself is a gem.
Right.
We've got the mountains and the coast. Coffee County is rich in history and land. We're, one of the larger counties. We've got, so much diversity with strong communities.
Right.
Our football team,
our
agriculture, your farmers, there's so many different parts of our community, but we work together as a whole. And I was just speaking to Wiregrass, our technical college, here earlier today, and in comparison to some other cities, Douglas really, in Colby County, has a great downtown, and it's growing, instead of where the downtown is kind of getting left behind.
Right.
So it's like hometown America, and tourism is essential for, our tax, revenue.
That's right.
And specifically hotel motel tax. And just when people come in, even if they're stopping through, they're spending money in our stores. That's generating revenue for Douglas.
Right.
That's helping us keep our streets beautiful, plants, and and as far as tourism in this COVID era, load up the kids in the car. See what you got around locally. Like this past weekend, they had Pioneer Day at the state park. Follow us on our Visit Douglas page and the Chamber page to find out when things like that are going on, so you can get it outside and and have some good fun with your family.
Now, the state park is a really good place to go. Speaking of it, there's a lot of things to do out there. And, if you want to take your dog, out there to have a nice little walk, you can do that on some of the trails.
Yes.
I don't know if they've opened up their canoeing again yet, but at one time, they had the canoes that you could rent.
And I could do that. It's not too big and crazy out there.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if that is open yet or not. But once, everything settles, that's great out there. The animals, my little girl loves seeing the animals, and like yesterday during their little Pioneer, they were doing quilting and just lost arts that, if this generation doesn't see some of this, it's going to be, a thing of the past.
Yeah, that's right. And another thing that a lot of people do not realize is that we have a World War II flight training museum here, and we also have Heritage Station Museum, which is where we film at. But it's just full of history and different things, and the air base is actually, I believe it's probably the most intact in Georgia, if not in America.
I
and
believe
it's here in Douglas and Coffee County.
I don't want to, quite
I don't
wrong,
know
but it
I
really
believe
is to be intact, and it's like same, original setup. Most of the buildings are in great condition for as old as they are. And just the rich history, and you can find in this museum of, letters written back into between, Warm and, during the time at the barracks, and, just a lot of, all American, stories. And that happened here in Douglas. And aside from this being at the Heritage Station Museum, the railroads were once a big industry here, and you know, just getting out and learning about, you know,
Learn about your hometown.
where our community came from. And so,
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. Now, speaking of some events, I know just this past weekend we had the first Chamber's first annual Sporting Clays event, and I believe it was a success. It turned out really good, and I think everyone had a good time.
well, and I've heard nothing but wonderful feedback, and for this to be the first one, and, you know, I think it was fabulous. And the weather turned out beautiful.
It was
just, God just showed up and showed out. And it was a great way to get your family out for some outdoor fun.
Right.
And y'all, you can call me, email me anytime, ej@douglasga.org, or call me at the Chamber, 384-1873. If you've got any ideas for some events, like, I want to hear your ideas. There's no bad idea. Let's see if we
Right.
can't get something together. We want to bring people to Douglas.
Right, and one of the reasons the Sporting Clays event was really the first event that y'all have done is because it was outside.
Right.
It was something that you could do outside, and people could socially distance
Right.
or whatever if they need to. So we really thank Top Shot Sporting Clays Club for
Yes.
letting you have that. And then I think you had some more sponsors that you might
oh my
want to mention
goodness. And
real quick.
Mike's Golf Carts, like, they showed up and showed out, you know, getting folks to and from the stations. Y'all, we have just so much support from our local businesses, and are so thankful for those, including Elixir Extrusions, Douglas National Bank, First National Bank of Cobb County, FMB South, Premium Peanut, Watson Pools and Patios, Renowned Cargo, Tanner Appliance,
Southwire.
Southwire. Yeah, they weren't able to come out with the COVID
Right.
issues, but they were there to support us nonetheless. And
And I think
Tractor
Premium
Supply
Peanut-
even.
Premium Peanut should definitely be back next year because
Yes.
their team won. I
Yes.
mean, I was there, so I can witness that.
Yes.
Their team won, but they actually did not have the highest overall shooter.
Right.
Tanner Appliances.
I
had the
saw
highest
that,
shooter,
and
so-
he won a nice grill. And shout out to Tractor Supply for
Those grills.
well, the big one from Tractor Supply and Lowe's for the other ones.
The
And
smaller ones.
it's just, it was so great to have the community support and getting an event together on short notice, but to, you know, get people back out.
Get people out and enjoy
Out
the
and about,
outdoors.
yes.
That's one thing that I know the Georgia Tourism, Explore Georgia, what they are promoting a lot right now is just get out and explore
Yes.
Georgia. You know, a lot of people don't want to go out of state or travel anywhere, so just
And
try to
there's
find
so
out
much
locally
here.
what you can do.
There's so much here. Y'all come on by the visitor center. We've got maps and information about things to do all over the state.
Right.
You know, you don't have to leave the state. And, you know, maybe we were positioned for such a time as this to where we get back to our roots.
Right.
And, you know, maybe not go spend all this money at Christmas and just be together.
Right. Right.
You know?
That's a good thought.
And you know, or spend money in our retail.
Yeah,
I'm
we
a
spend
shop
money
local.
here.
But, you know, it's not all about, you know, more. It's about quality and, you know, supporting your neighbor and keeping their business afloat. And,
Right.
you know,
Now, we have some events that are coming up.
Yes.
I'm going to flip my sheet here. We have Holiday Open House coming up.
Yes.
And that was one thing that a lot of people were worried, were we still going to be able to have Holiday Open House?
yes, because everything was thrown up, you know, up in the air with the parade and all.
Right.
But Holiday Open House, we are gung-ho, super excited. It's going to be Sunday afternoon. Y'all get your family together after your Sunday dinner.
Right.
Come on out and stroll. All our shops are going to have, you know, different snacks, probably a little wassels, some ciders,
Right.
hot cocos. We're looking forward to just the holiday cheer.
Right,
To just
and that's
be.
going to be this Sunday, November the
November
22nd,
22nd.
from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m.
12 to 5,
Write
okay,
that
good.
down,
I
that
almost
time
said
down.
1. So, come on right after church, you know, or go home and get comfortable and come on back out.
Right. The shops will be open.
They
no
will
doubt.
be open,
We do
ready.
ask that, you know, that you wear your mask or socially distance or whatever, but yeah, I think it's going to be a good
I
time.
think so.
We also have the First Friday tree lighting ceremony that's going to take place on December the 4th. Well, I said the First Friday tree lighting ceremony, but it's actually the tree lighting ceremony is separate
Right.
from First Friday. But First Fridays will be happening on December the 4th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. and then the tree lighting ceremony. So
It'll be a
what's gonna
fun night. It'll be, so we're going to have lots of fun, food, you know, fellowship. Our plan is to have some singing going on, you know, either voice through or, you know, come through a PA system. We want it to feel like holiday cheer and have the kids come out, to light the tree. We're going to have Santa. We're a little special way to communicate, make sure the kids can get their letters to Santa. All that's going to be going on, along with First Friday, which are really jumping back on with First Friday and First Saturday being our Main Street markets.
Right.
Just getting folks out, being local, shopping local, and
just having fun.
yeah, and all folks from around our surrounding counties, y'all come to Douglas, you know. We've got so many great things to offer, and we want to visit y'all too. So.
And then too, since we're not able to have a Christmas parade this year because of, you know, the whole deal with not having crowds over 50 and things like that, and we want to go by our state governor guidelines, the chamber is offering something that is going to be fun, I think, and who knows, it may turn into another tradition that we do at Christmas time for the kids. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we're going to have Santa. He's going to be downtown. We have a couple different ideas, so I don't want to spoiler alert, but make sure your kids come, that they're festive for the occasion. If they've got letters to Santa, we got a way to get them to them. And, you know, we want to make sure Santa is safe and healthy, and that the kids remain so as well.
Yes, because Santa can't catch COVID.
No, Santa must be ready. And also, we've got a couple other ideas with our local banks about maybe having Santa out in the drive-throughs, you know. You know, waving at the kids or things like that. We've got a couple of things in the works.
Okay, well that sounds really
So,
good.
you know, we're not letting COVID get coffee down.
Right.
We are coffee strong, and we are ready for new ideas and whatever's coming our way. And so Santa will be here, and we are excited. The tree lighting's going to be awesome. We've got really a lot of stuff coming up.
Right.
I mean, we're blessed. We have some events coming up, and between the holiday open house and all the way to Santa. And
then I forgot about Shop Small Saturday. I think it's
Yes.
thrown in there in the middle. So I think almost the next 3 or 4 weekends coming up, something is going to be going on in Douglas.
And really, I've been thinking, I remember the days when Mama and I would be at Black Friday or, you know, all early, drive to Jacksonville. And I was thinking, you know, that hustle and bustle is just too much noise. Let's get back to the reason for the season and our family and, you know, being together, shopping local, being local, and not so fast and rushed. You know, I just feel like it's a great time for our community to be able to come together and stay coffee strong.
Yes. Well, it sounds like there's a lot of good things coming up during the holiday season to keep everyone busy and get them in the mood for the holidays and just have that good spirit within them and promoting, you know, shop local, definitely check out all of our merchants and our local people because COVID has really hit them hard, and they need our support right now.
We need each other.
Right.
That's what community is for. And, you know, I want you guys to feel comfortable in coming to me as your tourism and events person with the city and county. Let's reach out to each other. What can we do to be a better community for you?
Right.
We want to make Douglas and Coffee County the best county in the state of Georgia.
Oh, it is.
We already are. But we want to be even better. So let us know how we can help, what we can do, if there's some events or if y'all see other communities that have things going on that y'all think we could do here and do even better. Like, let us know. I'm willing to explore any ideas to keep Douglas growing.
Right. Well, anytime that you have a new person come in, that's one thing that you can do, share new ideas and,
New
and just keep everything going and flowing like it should.
That's right.
All right, Erin, well, I appreciate you being here
Yes,
today.
ma'am.
And we'll have to have you back on again and tell us some more events that are coming
Hey,
up,
that's
hopefully.
right. And that our clay shoot, let me just say once again, it was awesome. Thank you Top Shots and Mike's Golf Carts and all our other sponsors. And thank you community for showing up and showing out.
All right.
So, all right.
Thank you, and we'll be right back after this. Hi, and welcome back to the Douglas on My Mind show. I'm here now with Mr. Roger Goddard, our city marshal. He is over the code enforcement division of the community development department. And thank you for being here, Roger.
Thank you for having me.
It's that time of the year, you know, with business licenses and things like that. But before we get into the nitty gritty of all of that, let's try to give everybody a short summary of what you do day to day. What is code enforcement and what your division does?
Code enforcement's over building inspections, animal control, dealing with business license and code violations, and dealing with the dilapidated structures and the general,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The general things that should be fixed and aren't fixed,
Correct.
right? Well, what are some of the things that you look for whenever you look at a home or a business or something like that that may cause someone to have a citation or be issued a citation?
You look for dilapidation, rotten wood, unsafe steps going onto a residence, the general cleanliness of the outside of the residence, accumulation of junk and litter and other debris.
Okay. And let's say if they've got an old car sitting outside of their house that's been there
Yeah, that's one of
for
the
a while.
That's one of the top complaints we get, is about when someone has a unoperable or unregistered vehicle in their yard. City ordinance says that the vehicle can only stay there for 30 days.
Okay.
After that, it becomes a violation of city ordinance.
So if they move it to the back of the yard, is it still in violation or?
There is an exclusion that you can
Okay.
have it in the backyard of the residence if you're trying to restore the vehicle in a constant state of repair.
Okay.
Just sitting there is still a violation of city ordinance. You're still required to have insurance on the vehicle and a current tax.
Okay, okay. If you have, or if somebody notices a problem with a code violation or something like that, or warning or citation is issued, how many days do they normally have to get those things corrected before you come around again?
Right. It ranges on the type of violation. If you have an inoperable vehicle and we get complaints, or we go to your residence and inquire about it, we normally give you a warning notice to comply, that you have 30 days to remove the vehicle.
Okay.
Then after that 30 days is up, you're subject to have a citation.
All right. Now, one of the things that you wanted to talk about this year and on the show today is about the annual business license renewal.
This is
how does that, when does that start, and how does someone get their business license?
We just last week sent out the renewal notices for all the business license.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and first apologize to the businesses. We had a glitch in our computer system that sent out business license renewal, and it had for the year 2020 instead of 2021.
Okay.
And it did not put the dollar amount that was owed for your occupational tax / business license.
So that means they owe zero, right? No.
Yeah, that's what they wish.
That's the glitch.
That's the glitch. But Merry Christmas, you owe us money.
Yeah.
So we had to send out a second notice for the business license renewals to correct the glitch in the computer system.
Oh, okay, okay.
So-
So if someone received one that said that they owed zero, it's probably a glitch or it's a messed up invoice.
Yeah,
They
that-
need to contact you and find out what they really owe.
That's correct, and we have sent out a second email and sent out a hard copy by mail to them with the correct information on it.
Okay, all right. Now, if someone goes in and applies for a business license, what are some of the things that may cause them not to be able to get a business license?
One of the biggest things that we're working on now is trying to bring everything up to code about city ordinance of if you owe the city or county a past due debt, a delinquent debt, that would keep you from getting your business license.
Okay.
If the landowner where your business is located has a past due a delinquent debt, past due taxes and such, that would also keep you from being able to renew or get a business license.
Okay, so if I own a business, but I don't own the land, and the person, let's just say Joe owns the land and Joe didn't pay his taxes in 2009, I will not be able to get a business license
That's
until
correct.
the 2009 taxes are paid.
Correct.
Oh, wow, okay, well, that's good information to know right there.
It encourages everybody to, be up to date on their taxes and, rightfully pay what's owed.
Now, if somebody is looking to open a business on someone else's land like that, would it be smart for them before they decide to open that business to contact your office and find out if there are any delinquent taxes on the property?
We encourage anybody who wants to open up a new business to come and talk with us at our office.
Okay.
First, we need to make sure that the zoning is correct for the same type of business they want to work. Because if they have say they want a mechanics or automobile repair business, and they want to put it inside of a neighborhood area, we will not allow that because it does not
Okay.
fit the zoning requirements.
So there's different zoning requirements for each area of Douglas?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
So
okay.
it's best to come in and ask all the questions, and even we may be able to give some pointers on what they need to check for also. And the zoning and the back taxes or the back past due debts is one of the biggest things they need to look for.
Wow, yeah. Yes, so they definitely need to give you a call.
Yes, ma'am.
You can email or give you a call, right?
Yeah, you can, either
And
which
we'll
way.
give all that information at the end of the interview. But now, tell me something else. There are a few things that involve someone that may be able to get a business license, and then let's just say they're opening up a convenience store, and then they say, oh wait, I've got to have an alcohol license. Tell me the process of someone applying for an alcohol license.
Sure. When you want to open up, a convenience store and want to get your alcoholic beverage license, you'll come to us. We have an application
Okay.
that'll give you a checklist of things that you're going to be required to do. Some of the things is you're going to have a survey of the property showing your distance between schools, colleges, churches, and the library, and make sure that you're within the safe distance to open up your alcoholic beverage.
Okay. So somebody that's looking to do something like that and may possibly need an alcoholic beverage license.
They will need.
They need to do their homework and make sure that, that they're in compliance with everything.
Right.
before they start that.
We've had businesses come in and have already purchased a piece of property,
Right.
and they would not qualify because of the distance requirements. So they would have to try to figure out a line of business to go into.
And it's not necessarily just city ordinance. It could also, you could also be dealing with state code
Right.
too.
Our city ordinance, we try to mirror a lot of the laws, mirror them by what the state law says.
Okay.
So it won't be too much of a conflict or too much of trying to figure out what do I need to do versus city versus state.
Right.
So we try to make sure we stay right there with the same guidelines that the state goes by.
Okay. All right. Well, there's been some things that's come up in the past, and we talked about it a few minutes ago about the junk cars and things like that. That was all part of something that we called Operation Quality of Life.
Correct.
And it was to help improve the image of Douglas.
Correct.
Are y'all planning on doing anything like that, maybe coming up in 2021, so we can let the citizens know to go ahead and be tidy enough around?
Yes, we try to have one once a quarter,
Okay.
but since COVID had started, it kind of set us back. And we tried to go, in each section of town and just, come out in a wave and just, hey, you have this violation, let's get this corrected, here's your warning notice to comply, let us know if we can do anything to help you, and such as that. We've even been known to take our own personal vehicles and go help and pick up people's junk just to try to alleviate some of the problems.
Right, and the city has two drop-off days
Right.
a month to try to help people get rid of some of that junk that may be accumulating in their yard, like old refrigerators or things like that.
Right, that's correct. What we call is known as City Pole Yard is on South Pearl Avenue by the post office. I believe it's the second and fourth,
First and third.
first and third,
Yep.
I'm sorry, Saturday of the month. They're able to take, certain items down there and drop it off for free, and it won't cost them any money.
Right.
And that's only for the city residents.
Right,
And
that's
they
right.
can bring their city utility bill, and present that to the workers down there, then they can unload. Just have a reminder that you can't drop off batteries, hazardous material, building materials and such as that.
Yeah, we don't need any construction owners or construction builders or whatever, bringing
Right.
things and dropping that off, that's for sure.
And that's for residential customers only, not business customers.
Right. Now, one other thing that came up over the summer, and it still continues, I hate to keep saying one other thing that came up, one other thing,
Right.
but it was actually a good thing, is golf cart registration.
Right.
We need, since we became a golf cart community, we definitely need to be able to see those golf carts that are on the road.
Right. Again, we went by a lot of the requirements of state law. If you go through towns, you'll see the golf cart crossing signs and such as that to make us official golf cart community. And if you would like to get your golf cart registered, you can contact myself, and I can give you a golf cart application. There's certain requirements that you got to have for your golf cart. You got to have insurance, you got to have the strobe lights, and you got to have the rear view mirrors and safety restraints and such as that on your golf cart. And we have a map that we can give you also, the streets that you can legally be on and where you can actually cross the state highways legally.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all good information. If there's some questions that you get the most often, would you like to share them with everyone and kind of go ahead and give an answer to those frequently asked questions? Or
One of the biggest things is about the insurance requirement. You're supposed to have the same amount of insurance, just like the minimum insurance you're required to have to operate a motor vehicle on the roadway. And the strobe light, it's a very important one that you got to have on top of your vehicle or on top of your golf cart, where it can be seen 360 degrees all the way around your golf cart.
okay.
The safety restraints, and for children, a lot of the citizens address is, so why do we need safety restraints on a golf cart? I'd rather get knocked off the golf cart. Well, we looked at it, and we looked at the studies dealing with the injuries coming from collisions with golf carts. It's not the impact from the vehicle hitting the golf cart that really creates the most critical injuries. It's the second impact when you hit the ground, the pavement,
Right.
after being struck by the vehicle causes the most injury.
And if they're on a roadway, I mean, it's very possible they could get thrown off and
Be
another car
ejected.
come by and run over them. I mean,
That's correct.
Yeah, that's kind of
So.
crazy. But are there any other questions or any other things that right now that y'all are dealing with that you'd like the public to know about, and just let them know how to get in contact with you?
Well, on the business license renewal, since we're taking these extra steps, to check for past due taxes, we also encourage, if you're required to have a state license to operate a certain business, just say a hair salon.
Right.
The hairstylist has got to have a cosmetology license, and the salon itself's got to have a salon license. So we're going to have, to be faster for you to get your license if you bring us a copy of your state certification
Okay.
or your state license. If not, we have to research and verify that you have these licenses. And I know it's just going to be just a little bit extra time that you're going to have to deal about receiving your license, but with the state law requirements and the city ordinance requirements now, we're having to come back and verify all this information.
Okay. And so it helps to have those documents ahead of time, and it'll speed up the process a little bit.
Correct.
And you're here to help. You're not here to, make people mad with you or think that here comes that Roger guy. Here he comes.
Yeah, everything I'm trying, that I do would back you up, with help you be in compliance with the state laws and regulations. If you don't have a certain license, you don't know that you're required to have one, you can actually be issued a citation by the state
Right.
and give a cease and desist order from the state to stop operating your business.
Oh, wow.
You come see me and come ask questions, and I'll point you in the right directions where you need to go, and hopefully ensure you have everything you need to be in compliance with state law.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm very happy to have you here today. And if anyone wants to contact you, do you mind sharing your phone number and your email address?
Sure. My cell phone number is 850-2466. My office number is 912-389-3462.
Okay.
And if you don't have time to call me, or if you get my voicemail, be sure you leave me a voicemail, or you can email me at rgoddard, RGODDARD, @cityofdouglas.com.
Okay. Well, again, thank you for being here today. And when we have some more things come up and you want to, get the word out to the people and we'll try every means necessary, and you can always come back on the show anytime.
Thank you very much
All right.
for having me.
Well, we'll be right back after this. And welcome back to the Douglas On My Mind show, and I just want to close this segment out and just wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving and also a Merry Christmas, because we will not be filming in December. We will instead have something in the place of the Douglas On My Mind show. So we will see you again in the new year.